I've got a single 5-syllable rhythm.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Now I teach this. This is really important. Really, really important. Notation is not our friend. I call notation the curse of the modern musician because we're so used to reading scores. We start to think in terms of scores.
Yes.
And we actually forget that the notation does not capture the rhythm. Meter is one thing. Meter is a way of notating, and you have to notate, so it's a skill. But any rhythm can be notated in any time signature. The time signature does not determine the rhythm. So this is how I teach it. I say, for instance, let's take a 5-step rhythm, like a dance with 5 steps, or a 5-syllable rhythm. So it's a verse, a poem with 5 syllables. Yum, dum, dum, dum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I say to the students, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you make a rhythm? So Nikhil, putting you on the spot now. Can you make a rhythm of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Any rhythm.
One with 5 beats. Or with 5.
It doesn't matter. Don't think of beats. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How can you put those 5 things in an order that makes a rhythm?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a rhythm. Right. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the idea. Right. We can do hundreds of these. So I get the students to think in terms of rhythm. It doesn't matter how this is notated. And the curse of notation is the bar line, the bar line, because everybody thinks it means a strong beat, but it doesn't. It's just a means of notation. So you've got to think of the rhythm in terms of a freedom of rhythm. So here we go. Listen to what I do now.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you hear what I did?
Right. You stretched it out.
It can double, it can halve. Yeah, and you can mess around with it. So I could, for instance, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
And that's exactly how 18th century music works. It doesn't matter how it's notated. If it's notated, it's very difficult to see that. But if you do it without notation,
did that insight come from solfeggio, and or is that in a source, or was it obvious after studying?
It's obvious from solfeggi. It's just how the music works. If you try and describe it in terms of meter, like many modern textbooks do, and you talk about bar lines and strong beats and metrical rhythm and so on, it's really complicated. Of course, you can describe it like that, but it's no good for improvisation. It's useless, in fact, for improvisation. What's useful for improvisation is what I've just done. You could now turn that 5 syllables. So if we now apply it to our theme, continuation and cadence, look what I've got on the board here. It says fa, 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 mi, fa, la, sol, sol, fa, mi. Yep. 2 rhythms. Then I double la, sol, sol, fa, mi. Quicken la, sol, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, re, to repeat the cadence.
Yeah.
So generally speaking, the phrases in 18th century music are symmetrical, but they quicken at the end to give momentum.
Yeah.
So what you'll normally have is not do, re, mi, re, do, which is really boring. You'll have do, re, mi, re, do. They'll normally do that.
Yeah.
So here, fa, 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 mi, fa, la, sol, sol, fa, mi, la, sol, sol, fa, mi, la, sol, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, re, mi, re, mi, re, mi, re. And we've got something approximating 18th century music.
Right.
And it's done, I go through lots of exercises with students, trying different rhythms, different cadences. If we go down now, you'll see this is a real rhythm, and it's a very clever one. Ready? Fa, 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 mi, fa, la, sol, sol, fa, mi, la, sol, fa, mi, re. Now, can you see at that point, the rhythm's been destroyed? This is really funny. This is Mozart being silly, as usual. This is a sonata for Anfänger, for beginners. It has nothing to do with how easy it is for your hands. It means for Anfänger, for beginners, because it's an easy improvisational lesson. So the maestro says to you, play a theme, fa, mi, fa. So you sing, fa, mi, fa, la, sol, sol, fa, mi. And then he says, remember those syllables, La, sol, fa, mi. So the maestro sort of says, la, sol, fa, mi. You will remember this. But because it's done so quickly, because it's so slow, you lose the rhythm. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5? It sounds like a 1 to me now.
Yeah.
Listen to what happens next. La, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, re, mi, re. It goes la, sol, fa, mi, re. La, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, re, mi, re. So let's do the whole thing. Fa, 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 mi, fa, la, sol, sol, fa, mi, la, sol, fa, mi, re. La, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, re, mi, re. And what Mozart does is he goes from a 5-syllable voice rhythm, that's a vocal rhythm, a singing rhythm, to a march rhythm, a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is instrumental music. And he does that by lengthening the syllables until you lose all sense of the rhythm. Then he brings you in with it. It's fantastic. And then the second theme, in case you're interested, goes back to the 5 syllables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hear it? It's the same 5 syllables. So Mozart there uses rhythm with a very simple pitch structure.